Hey everyone, welcome to Reverse Homesteading. I have the nets up. It's going to give me about 25 degrees today, so that's nice and toasty. It'll ripen the tomatoes, it'll get the corn going, and it'll give the plants a little bit of a breather. Trying not to baby them too much. It is tempting just to keep the net on all the time because it's less work. But I am seeing a lot of new growth, especially on the fruit trees. So I want to encourage that with a bit of photosynthesis. Look at this here. Almost all of that top section is this year, which is fantastic. That's my Moorpark apricot. So after it's fruited, it's getting going on actually growing again, which is fantastic. Happy about that. So I've got a lot of tomatoes to ripen and other things to do, so we can't block out the sunlight for too long. It's that time of year where tomatoes are everywhere. Getting toward the end of the season, or even any time during the season that you have ripe fruit or vegetables that you can save seed from, like tomatoes, it's time to collect that seed. Give yourself a cheap start for next year. That's what I do anyway. So what we're doing here, it's probably a little bit too much water, but I've got tomato seeds from my Thai pink egg tomatoes in water, and they will ferment over 1 to 3 days depending upon how hot it is. I've got a lid on here to stop little bugs getting in, and if you push that lid totally down, don't forget to burp it or let a little bit of the gas out every day or twice a day so it doesn't build up and cause issues later. So once you've done that, I'll link a video here that I've done on saving tomato seeds. But basically what you're trying to do is ferment and break down the gel that's around the tomato seeds, and then you rinse them off and dry them out. But yeah, my video has a few more details in it, but that's basically what you're doing there. Alright, so here we are a few days later. So I've got my little plant tag, and I've got these ones that are done being fermented. You might notice the very bright cloth I'm using here. Easy to reuse. It's probably better than paper towel, because paper towel can sometimes stick to seeds. Sometimes not tomato, but at least I can reuse this. I was going to make something for my grandchildren out of it because I sew as well. But then I thought, no, trying to encourage them to make good food choices. So I might just keep this and remind myself not to eat donuts. Not that I do that often. Anyway, here we go, getting off track. So we've got our Thai pink egg tomato seeds, 2 lots of them. So it took a little bit longer. It's probably 4 or 5 days after the first bit of this video. And I can see that they're mostly good. There's one with a little black spot. Just took it away. Just took it away out of habit, didn't show you. Alright, so it looks okay on that side. If you turn it over, it's got a weird little black spot. So could be a little bit of mold, so best not to include that one. All the rest seem to be just fine. So now I've already got our next lot going. Some cherry tomatoes. They'll be good for next year, so they're in with a little bit of water like the last lot. Put them on the windowsill or somewhere warm for 3 or 4 days. So don't forget to rinse them really well and get all of the gel off the seeds. So you've just got them where they feel a little bit furry. And then they'll be good enough to save because it won't have that gel on them anymore. So far in our latest seeds, we have sprouting broccoli up. We have both kinds of radishes up. We have the chemical kind with its nasty chemical coating, and we have the one without the nasty chemical coating. Just a little sour, but that's okay by me. And we have lots of dwarf butter beans up. So they'll be good for the autumn or fall garden. So happy about that progress on seeds. Thai pink egg tomatoes are still producing well. Such a cute colour. Kind of sad it took so long to trellis these. Busy life and all that. What I really wanted to do is to have star pickets right along here with plastic coated wire, and then I could just plant them and trellis them as soon as possible. But yeah, it didn't happen that way, but we make do with what we've got, don't we? Starting to get female flowers on the Lebanese cucumber. Allegedly that's a good late season plant, but as you can see I've got powdery mildew again on my butternut squash or butternut pumpkin, and I think it's just leftovers on this one, on the zucchini or summer squash. But we're getting a lot of flowers, so we're going to persist with the milk treatment that I showed you on a video I'll link here. And yeah, I think it's going alright for the late season. Just waiting for my Thai chilies to ripen. As I said before, I've only got 2 that I grew from seed. These are the ones that I grew just from a plant in the supermarket, one of those supermarkets that has plants. Hard to find those these days, but yeah, happy to get a few more in the ground. The ones that I did grow from seed are a bit shaded, so they're a bit slower. Well, I said they're slower, but they're still growing well. These are the ones that I grew from seed, the Thai chilies. I once had a Thai chili plant that lasted a couple of years in Melbourne. It was against an east-facing brick wall, and I think that kept it warm over winter, and it barely even went dormant over winter. In Melbourne, Australia, here we usually only have chilies or peppers for the season, and then we take them out and we treat them like an annual, but you can overwinter them and get them going for next spring, so you've got a head start. I don't think I mentioned this in a video, this little trellis that I've put up. These don't get very big. These are slippery silk beans. Well, they kind of do, but you know, they're a bush bean, so they're doing their thing. They could do with a bit higher support, but when they were younger they were just all starting to scramble on the ground like my tomatoes. So what you can do, it also works well with chilies, if you don't want to put 101 stakes in the ground, you just make a little trellis out of jute twine or whatever you've got, and just prop them up like that. They will prop each other up to a certain extent, especially chilies or hot peppers, and then you can just go higher. Might put some higher stakes in here, and then I can bring them up a little bit. But for now they're off the ground and it's done the job. Well, I hope you're having fun in your garden. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.